Okay, you guys, let's do a makeup tutorial. This mirror is in my Amazon storefront, by the way. Get you a piece of tinfoil because we're going to mix our foundations. This is Too Faced Born This Way. I'm going to do a pump of this, and I'm also going to use House Labs by Lady Gaga in the Skin Tech formula. I have a yellow undertone, so my Skin Tech is in light, medium, cool, number 260, and the Born This Way is in warm beige. This is a brush. I don't use this brand necessarily, but I'm just going to use this brush and stamp it. You're going to see how different my face and neck are right now, but look at there. They blend together. I find that mixing the shades or the formulations of the foundation on the tinfoil is great. My friend and hairstylist Kelly Bradshaw taught me that trick, and it's perfect. Now we're going to do a concealer. Now, I don't really have anything to conceal, so I'm using it not as a concealer, but I am using it as a way to bring forward the things that are recessed. So I'm putting them in the, in the eye bag area, not all the way up to my eye line necessarily, but in the crease, marionette lines beside my mouth, and also on my jawline to bring that out and give the more illusion of a sunken jaw on the side. Now I'm going to be using the e.l.f. You can buy expensive brands of this, but this is the bronzing drops, and I got this at Ulta. e.l.f. brand, you can buy it anywhere. And I'm going to put this really where the shadow of my cheek already is, under my cheekbone. So I'm not really creating anything artificial. I'm just enhancing what is already there by using these bronzing drops. These blend beautifully. They have a little bit of a glow, and I absolutely love them. I put a little under that bottom lip to help me give a more enhanced pout and the illusion of a fuller lip. So just blend this in. I also do it under my hairline and under my jawline to accentuate those things and recess in the neck skin. All right, for my blush, I'm using the Halo Glow in the shade Rosé You Slay. I do have this in a Charlotte Tilbury formulation, but I'm telling you, you don't need to spend the money on that. Just buy the e.l.f., it's fine. Squeeze it up. I tap it on my same brush I used for my bronzer, and I'm going to put this kind of on the apples of the cheek. Don't tilt your head to one side, because if you do, you'll get it off balance. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Orgasm X by NARS blush. Just tap a little onto the apples of my cheeks. I think people don't wear enough blush in general, so if you want to have your makeup look really good in pictures, use a little extra. Now we're going to use the Thrive eyeshadow pencils. I'm using them in 2 shades. I don't know the name of them, I'm sorry. One is white and one is beige. So these are just going all over. They're both matte, they're not sparkle. The beige is going on the lid and the white is going under the brow bone. And I'm going to blend these out in a second with a brush that I actually bought from the TikTok shop. It was my very first purchase ever from the TikTok shop. But any brush like this will do if you'll just dedicate it to this kind of eyeshadow base or a cream eyeshadow. And I'm just going to blend this really well all over. And it's going to look a little bit shocking, but we're going to add something in just a second. Now what I'm going to be adding to for the color is going to be a Charlotte Tilbury in the formulation called Eyes to Mesmerize. It's like a MAC paint pot. You'll see it in just a second. And I'm using the shade Pillow Talk. And I have a lot of different ones of these shades. I love a wonderful, real smooth formulation. Very, very smooth. And any angled brush will do. So I'm going to get a little bit of this product on the brush, tap it on the lid just to smooth it out. Then watch how I angle the brush. I'm going to angle the brush up. So we don't want to pull the eye down. We want to pull everything up to give the illusion of a lifted face. So we want to stop right here on the outside of the eye, kind of where the eyebrow stops. And I did use the eyebrow filter on TikTok to shape up my eyebrows. So you'll see I'm going to do my left eye first, all the way through. I'm going to now use a Merle Norman palette. This is called Knockout Nudes number 2. And because it's the daytime, I'm going with a little bit of a lighter purple color. If you have green eyes, I think if you use a lavender or a purple, it really accentuates it. I don't always do this under my eye, but I find using a very small, tight brush and a dark color instead of an eyeliner is a lot easier to work with. Those liquid eyeliners are hard. See how this, tying this darker purple into the eye, Eyes to Mesmerize at the edge gives the illusion of a winged liner. I really like the way that looks. This is the Thrive mascara, the tubing mascara. It's called Liquid Lash Extension. Any shade will do. I meant to get the black, but this is actually called Bryn, which is more of a brown. So I need to order the black. Don't worry about this mascara that I'm getting on my lid. We're going to come back and fix it. So you can see now where my eye's done and the other eye's not. So just wait. This is pretty cool, y'all. This is in my Amazon shop as well. This is an eyebrow stencil. I use blonde, even though my eyebrows are really almost black. I'm going to use the blonde color. Here's what you need to know. You can use this go ahead and buy 2 of them. So you'll get 2 eyebrow stencils, because if you just get one, you're going to have to clean off the eyebrow stencil each time you use it, because if you flip it over, you'll get that waxy material on your makeup. So I bought two of these sets so that I'll have 2 sets of stencils, and just pounce it. And then when you take this off, you can stop here and tweeze your eyebrows. Tweeze anything that's not in the stencil, and that's how you get a good clean eyebrow every time. This comes with this little spoolie, and especially on the inner part of your eyebrow, you want to really thin that stencil out so you don't have a harsh line right there. You want it to be really thin on the inside. This is called Brow Fix, and this is by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is just, an eyebrow kind of hairspray for your eyebrows. It's liquid clear, does not have the color, and that just helps your eyebrows stay in place all day. So you can see here the shape of the eyebrow, which is really defined by that darker purple, using that tight brush and creating the illusion of a winged eyeliner. I'm just going to finish up the other eye. While I do, I'm going to tell you, please don't worry about all this mascara on my eyelid. I promise you it is going to be fine. I'm going to clean it up in a little. Resist the urge to lick a Q-tip and wipe that off, because if you do, it's going to take all your eye makeup off underneath it, all your foundation, all your prep, and all your color. So just leave it on and let it dry. I am using an under eye mascara as well, which I usually do. I think it helps make the eyes really pop. And this is my second set of stencils, so I make sure I'm using the slick side with no makeup on it to touch my face, and then I always pounce that sponge on the same side of the eyebrow stencil. I have one dedicated to the right eye and one dedicated to the left eye. All right, we're letting this mascara dry, because sometimes you sneeze and it gets on you. Don't worry about it. We're going with the Kevin Aquan in medium. This is a sculpting powder. I've had this one particular sculpting powder probably for 10 years. I don't use much of it. I just tap a brush. I have a brush dedicated for that. And I'm going to artificially shadow my nose to give the illusion of a thinner nose. I learned this from watching Oprah Winfrey's makeup artist probably back in the 80s at some point, or at least the early 90s. And you just go down the side of each nose, making sure to do the tip and the sides of the nostrils. And it really does sculpt and help give you a thinner looking face. I have a round face, but this helps elongate the nose, make it appear thinner, and it makes my whole face appear thinner, which I really like. Now, the key is have an eyebrow spoolie dedicated for this and this only. And we're going to take, and with the eyebrow spoolie, we are going to brush away the dried mascara. This is a wonderful trick that I learned. I did not make this up, but it comes right off. I had a little bit of a harder time with my right eye. I did have to take my eyebrow foundation brush and touch it up a little bit, but don't lick that Q-tip, y'all. Okay, just go with the spoolie. I have a separate tutorial already on my page that is pinned to the top about my lip. So if you want more information about this lip, you can watch that tutorial. But this is the Spiced Rose Lip Pencil Plus from Merle Norman. The color is Spiced Rose. This is the liner. The color is on the other end. And I'm going to fill in all but the very center pout with the lipstick in this pencil. And then in the pout, I am using Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Kim KW. I'll add that in just a second to the pout. And on top of that, I will add a Physicians Formula Diamond Plumper Gloss. And I'm sorry I don't know the shade. It's something like, let me see if I can find out what that is. Pink Radiant Cut, I believe is the name. Physicians Formula Diamond Plumper and Pink Radiant Cut. I'll add that on, and then my lip will be finished. Again, check my Amazon storefront for the makeup mirror, and also for as many of these products as I can possibly add to my storefront. I will do that, and you'll be good to go. I'll add my glasses. Again, if you have questions about my glasses, I do have a pinned video about that.